Okay, let us continue now. So we are here so that this solution, you are going to pull this theorem, and you need this lemma to prove it. The lemma says that you have this solution like this, which is like this. Saying that you have this solution, you have and saying that there is this. That's why there is this expression for this. If you have this solution, you have many functions like this in a linear. Saying that for phi I of mu, which mu is equal to 0 for all I from 1 to n, then phi of the first one is equal to 0. We have this series, this n plus 1 function which verify this condition, then the first one must be right like this. So where f1, f2, fn is the element of the basis field of your space. And we are going to prove it. It's not difficult, it's very simple. Well, we prove first of all the lemma. The proof also, we suppose that you take this kind of function and you have to pull this one. So, I default, let's consider the map of f like this from E into R plus 1 and n plus 1 like this. For all you have this condition. You have this condition phi of for u, phi 1 of for u, and phi n of u for this one. You have this condition. You consider this map, and you'll see what happened there. So you see that this one is the element of this one, and the point A of the coordinate like this 0, 0, 0, which is the element of R plus 1, is not an element of the image of f of the function. It's not an element of the image of function. Not image because this one, all this one is equal to 0, but this one is not equal to 0. So it's not the element of the other function, this one. All this one equals to 0, but this one is not equal to 0. So we have to image of this one. So we consider the map. Then we consider this. We consider the convex. The convex set A like this, and the convex close subset of the image of f like this. Then A is not element of the image. That means that there exists a hyperplane of equation like this, such that we separate this condition. That separate E, A, and this map, and the image of this one. That is f of alpha lambda, which is like this. So that means that the lambda is less than A alpha. This one than alpha lambda phi of this one, phi of u, plus the sum of I 1 over this one, lambda I phi of u of this condition, because this one is generated by this kind of condition. It's not an element, this one. So element here in linear combination of this element. linear combination of the n plus 1 element in this set. Which is this condition. Then this linear phi is linear. If phi is linear, that means that which is bounded, like this low bounded, that means that is equal to necessarily equal to 0. We prove it last time. Then this one is equal to 0. Because the one is bounded by this one m. Then lambda phi of u plus the sum of lambda I phi of u. This one must be equal to 0 because this one, because the phi is linear. Because phi is linear. And this one you are in vector space. So this one bounded, low bounded like this is not necessarily equal to 0. And from here, you can put u equal to 0, it must be equal to 0, then this one lambda is necessarily equal to 0. And lambda is less than 0. Because if we put this one is true for all u in E contains 0. When you put E 0, u equal to 0, you have 0 here. So lambda will be necessarily less than. Then lambda is not equal to 0. Then from here you have this condition. Then phi of u must be this just linear combination of this one. Linear combination of minus I over lambda phi of f of this. You have your proof. What you are going to prove. Very simple to prove it. Now you have the proof of the lemma. Now let's go to the proof of the theorem now and finish this part by this proof of this theorem. The theorem you have to prove that there exists phi such that you have this kind of function. You will have to prove this kind of function. Okay. Phi is continuous. The proof of the theorem. The proof of the theorem. Phi is continuous. And linear. We just consider that it is continuous at 0. Then we just suppose that it's continuous at 0. This one, linear. And let V, the neighborhood of this one, the neighborhood of 0 of this one in this case, the neighborhood of 0. And this kind of for the weak topology, you put this kind. And you have this one. That means that what? That means that there exists f in V, such that you have this kind of condition and phi of f, but not by this. There exists this one V like this. So you can put it that there exists V, this one, such that for all f here, you have the normal, you can bound it by this one. It just implies that you see the first, you see one, you build it at 0. You get this one function. This one is true for 0, is true. And for the neighborhood, this one is the neighborhood of this topology, this R star topology, the star sigma, the topology, the weak topology on the dual of a space. We saw that by this condition, this one. So V like this. V is the element of neighborhood of 0 by this kind of topology. This kind of topology. And what you have put this one. Of V like this. That means that V at this form. It contains the element of the dual of this such one, such that f of sy for this is involved that epsilon for all s in E and E in this is finite. This is from this one of 40. Look at this one. Then, in particular, if you suppose that the f of this one is equal to 0 for all I, 1 over n, that will be that phi of f must be equal to 0. Because you have this condition. Because by homogeneity you have this one. By homogeneity you have this condition phi of f like this. Then epsilon and the phi of this kind of function is for all E, this can be this condition, this kind of function. Then this one is what you have this one. Then this one is equal to 0, but this one will be equal to 0 by this condition. So applying the lemma now, you have this one. For the lemma, you suppose that phi like this, and S1, S2, S, which is equal to this one for this one. Say that this one is equal to 0, then the image will be equal to 0, and we got our result. Okay, I'll develop it more. And from here, if we suppose that from here, if you suppose that f of this one equal to 0 for all I, which is 1 over n, and that means that what you have this condition, this one you have this, that means that you have x, you can put it like this, fi of f, if you want to put this. You can do it by this one or this one is the same. So you have this condition. Then you have phi of f plus this kind of function, which will be the linear map of lambda I, f of fi like this, of f1 over n must be equal to 0. Then you have this condition. You have this one which is necessarily is equal to this one. Then you have this one phi of ff. We can put it outside. It might be this one minus if you want. I can put it f minus this kind of function lambda si, which is equal to this lambda si. Or this one is equal to the f, the sum e1 to this minus lambda I, this one lambda I, and x I for this condition. This one will be our function. So we prove that there exists x in E such that phi of f must equal to f x, this one. This one will be our x. You got to take a bit of very, very simple. Will be this one. Can put it using the linear, bilinear of this duality of this one. You can put it like this, and it is true. Okay, thanks.